Hi, I'm Amy, and this is A-Star Reads. If you've already seen my first vlog, you'll know that I finished day 1 of my 12 Days of Christmas Carol Advent Calendar Challenge. That's a mouthful. And I have chosen day 2, which is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, because 2 turtle doves, so turtle was the prompt that I ended up with. And actually I've started reading it. I've read about 10 pages so far. It's a young adult contemporary novel, and I found out that it has OCD rep, which I didn't realize going into it, but I can already tell from the first 10 pages that the main character is definitely struggling with some inner dialogue. If you don't know what this challenge is all about, you might want to go and check out my December TBR plans video. One of the things we like to do as a tradition in this household is open advent calendars. It's become sort of a thing in the last couple of years, and we have 2 that we've been opening. One has chocolate truffles in it and the other has Disney pins. So I'm gonna show you what we get today, and then I've got work to do. It's a work day, so I'm gonna be working, I've got a paper to write, and once all that is done, I can continue reading Turtles All the Way Down. And we need to continue decorating, because we didn't get through all those boxes yet that I showed you in the first Vlogmas video, so.
All right, day 7.
Ooh, it's curly. Ooh, it's curly.
It's a little seahorse.
Oh, seahorse!
What'd you get, Mama?
I got Disneyland, my favorite place.
Let's see.
Really is my favorite
love
place.
that pin.
Isn't that pin gorgeous?
Yes. And then I got, so they recently came out with this set of 90s movie posters, and it was a beautiful set, and this is a gorgeous, look how thick this pin is. So I got the Pocahontas one, and it even has the leaves, there, you can see the leaves around the edges. It's awesome, I love it, thank you. So when did you make these?
When I was a teenager, we used to sell Tricam.
What's Tricam?
It's a paint that used to come in little tubes.
You'd buy these little tubes of Tricam. They had a little ballpoint on them, so you'd actually paint by just scribbling like you were using a pen, but it had a big bulb. And you'd buy all these different colors, and you'd buy these different sets, and then you'd paint them. So I was in my teenage years.
Got our Christmas pillows out, which Cece will throw on the floor in a second. And then we got these wreaths up, which Mom got last year from, where'd you get these last year?
Joann's.
Yeah, Joann's, that's right. And then this pretty little tree over here. And we got those candles from Joann's as well. They were having a crazy sale, so we got these nice big candles for really cheap. Susie, leave those pillows alone. Nope, look at that. All right, Cece, this is what you get for throwing my pillows off the couch. What's the matter?
What did you do?
She looks so pissed. But look how cute you are, you're a little elf. You're a cute little elf. Yeah. She looks so cute. Cece, your brother's got the little outfit on too. Isaac, how do you like that outfit? You're looking pretty cute there. It's like, I don't know, I don't like it. Cece's, you guys can be tortured together.
Okay, so I'm about 28 pages into Turtles All the Way Down, and at this point I'm realizing that it's actually the dad that does go missing. So it's Russell Pickett. He is the owner of Pickett Engineering, and he's very rich, and Azza herself knows his son, which is why Daisy, her best friend, wants the 2 of them to try to solve this mystery because they want to get the $100,000. So Azza actually knows Davis, his son, 2 years in a row. They had gone to the same summer camp, and it's basically a summer camp for kids who've lost their parents. She's lost her father, and then Davis must have lost his mother. I don't know for sure. They haven't really said anything about that. So at this point, Daisy and Azza found some sort of lead based on knowledge that they have of the property, that the Pickett property. But one of the things I'm really enjoying so far, and this may be only because I've only gone this far into the book, I really like the relationship between Daisy and Azza, because Azza's dealing with OCD and anxiety so badly that it could really affect her relationships, but her relationship with Daisy appears to be one that's been strong and supportive all throughout their young lives. And I'm just really liking their dynamic at this point. I really like that Daisy is so supportive of her, and I'm hoping that it kind of stays that way. So Azza's in the Pickett household right now, and it's this giant mansion, of course. And some lady just pointed out to her, that's a real Picasso. And for one, I am a huge Picasso fan. I absolutely love the art of Picasso. But 2, it just, it made me miss museums. that is one thing about this pandemic that I've been really missing. I have always loved museums, even as a child, because my mom made it a point to take me to museums as a child. And in any room we would go into, she'd make me pick out my favorite. So it was a fun game that forced me to kind of actually look at things and be interested and involved. And so reading that made me go, oh, you hit me in the heart.
All right. We have to watch this again because Mom doesn't remember anything about it.
Good morning. It is day 8, and I'm about 89 pages into Turtles All the Way Down. And I'm enjoying it so far. Right now, Az is at the therapist, and she is trying to talk about some of the things that are bothering her. She's frustrated because she doesn't want this to be something that lasts all her life. And she also doesn't want to take her medications because she doesn't want to depend on a drug to determine her personality. She feels like that's actually not natural. In my own life, I haven't had to take medications to maintain. However, I can imagine that would be really frustrating because, you know, you want to be able to feel like you don't have to depend on something to just be yourself. I can understand that. I'm enjoying the cute little budding romance between Davis and Azza. I think Davis is adorable, and he might just become my crush because he's so cute. He's so interesting. He's a very interesting character. I could see myself having a huge crush on this kid when I was her age.
I've been dying for this when I saw it on the Disney store. Look at I Love Groot. That's my favorite movie. I am
Guardians of
Groot.
the Galaxy.
Yes! Thank you.
And I got another one from the Ink and Paint set, and this is the harp from Fun and Fancy Free. I don't know if you've seen it. It's from 1947. I've seen it. This is so pretty. She's gorgeous. And these are basically to show you the art that goes into ink and paint.
Back when they used to do everything by hand, when they used to do the cartoons by hand, they had a department that was called the Ink and Paint. And it was actually, when they originally had it, it was only women, because the men were the ones that designed the actual cartoons and drew the cartoons, and the women were the ones that were doing the ink and painting. And they only got to do that until it was like the 1950s, I think. If you'd like to learn more about that, you might want to check out Lady from the Black Lagoon by Mallory O'Meara, because Millicent Patrick, who's the person who was in charge of designing the creature from the Black Lagoon, actually got her start at Disney. So she worked at Disney because they were one of the first places that allowed female ink and painters to become designers. Random bit of history, but I just learned about the whole ink and paint element to cartoon work recently when I was reading that book. So during my lunch break, I read a little more of Turtles All the Way Down, and there's been a bit of a twist that as an adult, I'm like, I don't feel very comfortable about this. And I'm not sure where this is gonna go, but it's interesting. I'm really getting to the point where it's getting harder and harder to put the book down, which is good. That means that I am getting engaged, definitely getting engaged. I'm liking the characters. They seem fairly realistic. The scenario does not seem realistic, and that's kind of where I'm like, what the heck just happened here? Not so comfortable about this new advancement in the story. And now I need to get back to work because I got a lot of things to do for work today. And I'm editing my November wrap-up video, so that will be posted tomorrow morning, hopefully. And then if I get this book done really quickly, I'm going to post this one as well, and then I can start on book 3. So we can do this. Today is a good day for getting stuff done. All right, so I am getting ready to go to bed. I'm exhausted. I was working on my November wrap-up video for a long time this evening. I'm so tired. But I did do quite a bit of reading on Turtles All the Way Down. I'm about page 174, something like that. About 60% of the way through. The OCD rep in here is, I mean, that's a really big portion of this book. And it is very stressful. It's very stressful. I feel for this girl so much because I can't imagine the spirals that she gets caught up in, these inner dialogue spirals where she just cannot get out of them. She can't control her thoughts whatsoever. And I'm sure that it's just so frustrating. It's got to be really frustrating. It's hard to read, for sure. It's definitely difficult to read. It's very stressful. Really like the relationship between her and Davis. It's really cute. So I'm going to keep reading this. I'm going to go to sleep. And tomorrow morning is my final exam for my class. And then class will be over. And that'll feel really good because then I can really start enjoying December. My final exam is done, and I'm dancing to the Rat Pack, singing Christmas carols to celebrate. Who is that, Mom?
Oh, my little girl on Wreck-It Ralph.
And what does that look similar to?
Me?
No.
When I'm having a tantrum?
No.
What?
Look at the pin closely. What's it remind you of? Oops.
Happiness.
Okay. This is painful. What's this also remind you of? Look at her hair.
Ponytail. With Minnie Mouse's, she's wearing a little Minnie Mouse ears.
No.
It is painful. I don't know what you want me to say.
Go compare it to some of the other pins you recently got.
Oh, Hero.
You're my hero.
Oh.
It's part of that set. It's part of the Wreck-It Ralph set.
Oh, I love Wreck-It Ralph. Oh. So cute. I've got a Wreck-It Ralph set.
Yeah, that was painful. I got Mushu, and this is a cute Mushu pin. I love Mushu. Love Mulan.
Do too.
It's such a great pin. This is cute. This is unique. I haven't seen one like this before. Day 9, and I've gotten really far on Turtles All the Way Down. I'm page 200 something, I think 204, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a hard time putting it down. There's definitely moments in this book that there's some rough things, and I can't talk to you about them because those are spoilers, and I'm kind of bummed because I'm like, oh my gosh, these things. There's definitely some things happening. If you've read it, you probably understand. But at this point, what's happening at this point, really? I don't know how much I can tell you from here on out. Some of the ways she's handling her OCD are just really cringeworthy, and I'm feeling so bad for this girl because she is really struggling. Not sure how I feel about the friendship at this point between Daisy and Azza. Still loving Azza and Davis's relationship. It's just adorable. So, I mean, I didn't realize that John Green was such a romance writer because this is definitely based around this relationship. There's a lot about them that they can relate to with each other because they both have gone through similar traumas and they both have specific things they struggle with. I'll get it done today and I'll post the video tomorrow and I'll pick my third book because I can't stop reading this book. So I'm gonna get it done. This is just so rough, and I can't imagine the pain that this poor girl's going through, and I'm even thinking about her mom, like how hard it must be not being able to understand and yet being so afraid for your daughter, and whew. Yeah, it's a good book. Okay, so it is the evening of December 9th, and actually earlier today I finished Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, but I had to go see the Christmas lights, and I'm gonna show you those here. So I'm gonna roll the Christmas lights so you can see them. absolutely love Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It was a 5-star book, and I think the thing you need to know about this book is it is a book about a character who struggles with OCD. She struggles with OCD and it affects her relationships, and she's trying to figure out how to survive and how to manage this illness while also trying to maintain her relationships. It is so well done. I love the characters. I absolutely love the relationships in here, and even though sometimes they're painful, it felt very real. I feel like if you're someone like me who really doesn't have much experience with OCD, this would be a great opportunity to learn more so that you can at least be more understanding and be more accepting. It's always good to learn about other people and understand the struggles they go through. So now it is time to find out what my next book is gonna be. I'm so excited. The interesting thing about the next book is it can either be one thick book or 2 really small thin books. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens. So those are my 3 key words. So for 3, I chose The Book of 3 by Lloyd Alexander. This is a middle grade fantasy, and it's about this young man, I'm not sure, named Taryn, and he wants to be a hero, of course, but he ends up having to take care of this pig, which he's upset about, but the pig is like an oracle or something like that. So at one point, the pig goes missing, and Taryn has to find this pig, you know. This is a very important pig. This could be the opportunity he needs to become that hero. Go find that pig. I think that's what it's about. That's kind of what I was getting from the synopsis. It sounds like an interesting book. It's really short. I would end up having to listen to this one on audiobook because I couldn't get a copy of it. But I think it's only like 5 hours of listening on audiobook. So for the next one I want to talk about is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And this is a YA romance. It's about this girl named Anna, and she is in her senior year of high school, I think, and everything is going right. Her life is great. She's so excited about her last year, and she ends up getting sent off to boarding school in Paris, of course. And so this is a story about her going to Paris, and it's a romance, so I'm sure there's love, and I love love. So even though it's the longer choice, I wouldn't mind getting this one. I like love. So finally, 3 French hens. So for hens, I have The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly by Sun Mi Huang. This is a children's fantasy, and on Goodreads it's kind of mentioned as the Korea's Charlotte Webb. So it's about this little hen who lives on a farm, and her eggs are always getting taken away from her. And one day she wants to raise her own eggs. She doesn't want it taken away from her. So she hatches a plan to escape the farm and find a place where she can lay her eggs and raise it on her own. And it sounds like a very adventurous and endearing story. So that sounds like a fun one. I'll be happy with any of these choices, to be honest. So let's see what I'm gonna end up with. Oh, all right. All right. What's it gonna be? Huh? The Book of 3 by Lloyd Alexander. So it's gonna be the audiobook. This was already on my Goodreads TBR, so I'm excited about that because I'll be checking another one off my TBR, and it's only 190 pages. So as I said, 5 hours of listening to an audiobook. I can do that. I know that I struggle with audiobooks, but I can sit down for 5 hours and listen to an audiobook. I'm ready to read a little bit of fantasy and find out what this is all about. So if you like this video, click the like button. Subscribe right now if you aren't subscribed already, and let me know if you've read any of the 3 books that I talked about in this video. I don't think the other 2 are actually on my Goodreads TBR, so let me know if I need to put them on my TBR. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.